So how do you guys relieve your stress? Well, people relieve stress in multiple different fashion. I relieve stress by watching some anime or playing some video or making YouTube videos. And of course, making those YouTube videos will consist of me watching anime, playing some video, and making videos about things that I want to talk about because this is my channel. People have lots of ways to unwind, one of which is apparently creating a gateway into another universe. Yeah, someone just made a gateway to another universe. A very comfortable utopian universe, it seems, where Hillary Clinton is president. This is the equivalent of real-life fanfiction. Jesus Christ, I wish I was kidding. They're making fanfictions of real life. This isn't like Warriors Orochi fanfiction of how the Romance of the Three Kingdom characters and the Sengoku period characters just collide to each other, or Kessen 3's fanfiction of what would happen if Nobunaga Oda was alive when he was betrayed by Mitsuhide, or Wolfenstein's alternative Nazi reality. At least all of those are made for entertainment purposes. This is made to completely deny reality. If it's not, then it wouldn't be this disturbingly utopian, and there wouldn't be lots of Mary Sues or events that create an idealized utopian society based on what these millennials think. This is basically the intro of a fanfiction without even going into the conflicts. Hillary Clinton won the presidency, Trump is going to prison. And that's it. They decided to stop right there. Back to balls, pins, and coloring books, children! If you're still tired, you might want to take a nap and dream about a more futuristic world where diversity is the norm. If I'm a fanfiction writer, which I was, I would continue to stay a whiffed, but then, everything changed when the Kekistani rebellion attacked. Together with a group of Cabal and 4chan shitposters, they will take over the land over the Führer Clinton and regain back the freedom and glory that she took from them. Thankfully, the rebellion didn't take too long because all we needed to do is to pull these asshats from the basement and make them look outside the window. Their weakness is nothing but a simple taste of reality.
To be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Wow, I can't believe that I'm dealing with a fellow basement dweller who really hates the sunlight. Hi there! And of course, one of the preferred methods of unwinding is to write diaries. Go back to my last video and watch it as if it was some form of diary. It does sound like a girl who doesn't get a lot of guys. And this article for today is a really interesting diary. You know, back then I say that people who are complaining about the presence of sexy fictional characters are just jealous of the presence of sexy fictional characters because they are unable to compete against their beauty. Well, turns out I was right. Enter our resident low-hanging fruit Kotaku, and enter our jealous writer of today.
Aloy has flawless skin and brows in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Are you telling me that a character from a fictional video game looks sexier than your average woman? How dare she should look exactly like me! Average and not so attractive.
He just put on 300,000 pounds. I am so jealous.
Horizon Zero Dawn is set in a far future post-apocalyptic world. Can someone explain to me why Aloy looks like an ad for Glossier then?
Because lady, she's the protagonist of a video game who is a fictional character and she looks nice. And by the way, I did play a couple of hours on Horizon Zero Dawn on the rentals and it was a pretty enjoyable game. Some of the voice acting, story bits, and characters can be a bit terrible though. Some of the dialogue choices are not meant to choose your style of answering some of the statements, but instead just a way to go into the next exposition that aren't really important anyway. It reminds me a lot of the Tomb Raider reboot, a game with fantastic gameplay but garbage story, which is thankfully better done in Rise of the Tomb Raider because Lara wasn't crying and whinging half the time. Oh wait, we have a jealous writer complaining about a fictional character's looks. Alright, fine, let's carry on then.
Beauty trends of 2016 and 2017 have been gravitating to an idea of a no-makeup look. This doesn't mean not wearing any makeup. What are we, robot dinosaur hunting tribal future Vikings? But the method for achieving this look is a lot less arduous than the cycle of priming and contouring of yesteryear.
You know what would be even easier for us to do? If we're just 3D rendered characters and we can pick and choose our own looks. And you know what would be even cooler? If the programmers didn't put any dirt effects or skin degradation effects. Even better, turn off aging. Who the hell needs aging? Seriously.
Brands like Milk and Glacier are focused on products that enhance your natural imperfections rather than hide them. You'll find cover-up and foundation, sure, but the coverage is meant to be light and airy. It's also meant to be applied with your hands, which I love because I am incredibly lazy. The end result of my go-to face for work or day to night is someone not completely polished but with a natural-looking glow to their skin.
Milk and Glacier, Kotaku's #1 solution to hide your insecurities.
What I've just described is Aloy. Of course, in the future, no one's selling serums and oils to give bounce back to your skin. Nevertheless, she looks like she's hella exfoliated. Where'd you get all of that pumice, girl?
She got that thanks to game developers wanting to make her as hot as possible. Game developers love to make sexy women. The developers of Nier Automata are very honest about it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The right question that should be asked here is, how many levels of insecurities are you in?
Aloy's skin looks amazing. It's bright and clear with a bit of a natural glow. But what I love are her brows. They're in that perfect in-between of shaped and natural. Ever since big bushy brows came back in, I've been trying to perfect my brows. Glacier sells a product called Boy Brow, which just fills out your brows ever so slightly and doesn't require me to painstakingly draw on your hairs. I sincerely doubt that the society that Aloy lives in prioritizes eyebrows in the same way I do, but it's fun to imagine her uncovering a cache of favorite beauty products like a time capsule from a long-lost beauty blogger.
Okay, take the first line from the second paragraph and read that with an advertisement voice.
Glacier sells a product called Boy Brow, which just fills out your brows ever so slightly and doesn't require me to painstakingly draw on new hairs.
Wow. That does sound like it, does it? So, not only this is an article about a woman being jealous, but this is a sponsored article about a woman being jealous. What did I say about Milk and Glacier again? Milk and Glacier, putting you slightly one level below computer render girls.
Horizon Zero Dawn's Aloy probably has a lot of help looking sun-kissed from the actual sun, which helps for non-video game characters as well. My friends who have incredible skin do a lot of things I don't, like not spending their significant amount of free time playing video games, while human beings can make up for these shortcomings by buying cream or powder highlighters to put a spotlight on their cheekbones. Aloy is mostly running around outside. Maybe someday I'll try that.
Wow. So, this is a sponsored article of a basement-dwelling writer who plays video games a lot in the basement, who is jealous of her friend who go outside because they have lighter skin than her, but she doesn't want to go outside because vitamin D hurts her skin or something. Oh my god, the beauty of this world.
Of course, nothing about the natural beauty trend is natural. This is all marketing that's meant to sell you an idea of a beauty, so you will buy product, and marketing fucking works. But Aloy isn't natural either. She's a collection of pixels that only exist when you play her. Doesn't mean she doesn't have banging eyebrows, though.
And even if she is unnatural, so what? What's your point? I don't even... This is a personal diary. This is a personal diary of someone who is frustrated towards a fictional 3D character, probably sponsored by Milk and Glacier, removing your insecurities from insanely attractive 3D characters that you will never match up anytime soon. I don't even know at this point. Before we end this video, huge thanks to Stolz and Nature for the pledges on Patreon. You guys are fantastic. That's all for the video today. If you like this, you can go ahead, click the like button, and subscribe for more. If you wish, you can support me on Patreon. And thanks for watching.